This is what's really happening with NIL in college basketball, and this is a way that you fix it. The NIL conversation has dominated the landscape of college athletics since the college basketball season came to an end a month ago. We have Biletnikoff winners transferring. We have players that help get a coach fired get $800,000 contracts with a new school. We have stars of Elite Eight teams publicly threatening to transfer and holding their programs and their boosters hostage if they don't get bigger NIL deals. So let's cut through the BS, shall we? We're all adults here, right? There are two different things that we need to talk about. The first is the positive part of the NIL conversation. The most established players in the sport are getting seven-figure deals to return to school. Oscar Tshiebwe is going to make upwards of $2 million to play for Kentucky this year. That's the first time since Tyler Hansbrough that the National Player of the Year has come back to school the following season. Hunter Dickinson is an All-American and an established name that is returning to one of the biggest brands in college basketball. Armando Bacot led North Carolina to the national title game, and he's coming back to school and is now getting cast in the Outer Banks. These are good things for the sport. There's nothing wrong with this. Keeping recognizable All-Americans on campus while allowing them to get paid is a good thing for all parties involved. What has people frustrated and what has turned the sport on its head is the money that is being thrown around as a recruiting tool from the slush fund known as NIL collectives. When transfers from moribund programs can walk into the office of the best coaches in the country and have their agents tell them the bidding starts at $400,000, it's no longer NIL. It is, for all intents and purposes, a salary. Doug Eder getting a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings for beating Kentucky is NIL. Nigel Pack getting $800,000 to transfer to Miami is pay for play. It is a salary. The crux of the NCAA's amateurism argument has always been that only a small percentage of players actually have financial value. The last 6 weeks in college athletics has proven that demonstrably false. The crux of the issue currently facing college sports is that there is no regulation in this market. I'm all for letting players get paid. I want it to happen. This is a good thing, but allowing boosters to operate with blank checks and no rules has created nothing but the absurdity that we've seen from the situations like Isaiah Wong and Jordan Addison. So what's the answer? Well, you might not like it. You need to admit that college athletes are employees. Allow them to collectively bargain the terms of engagement. Cut them in on the billions of dollars in revenue that is being generated. Sign them to contracts that are enforceable, that protect all sides. Otherwise, we can just keep burying our heads in the sand and pretending like what's happening isn't happening as the Wild West era in college sports continues to spin off its axis.